If you are a busy mom like me, then you're going to want to listen to this episode because on today's episode, I will be sharing 5 time management tips for busy moms. So just stay tuned because you're going to want to hear this. Welcome to Lifelong Little Ones. I'm your host, Ebony Anuforo. I'm an attorney, professor, entrepreneur, wife, and proud mom of 5 little ones. As a woman who wears many hats, I know firsthand how balancing life and business can have its challenges. I created this podcast as a platform where I can share tips and inspire moms to find balance in life, law, and business while raising little ones and raising their bottom line. Hello, mamas. Welcome to another episode of Life, Law, and Little Ones. I am your host, Ebony Anuforo, proud mama of 5, entrepreneur, attorney, professor. I wear many, many hats. So anyway, ladies, on today's episode, I want to talk about time management and provide you some really quick tips, 5 tips actually, on how you can better manage your time as busy moms. I'm a mom who's very busy. Again, I said I wear many hats. I do all the things. So I have found that these 5 tips have been super helpful in managing my time. So just really quickly, I'm going to run through them. And I say this because when you're feeling overwhelmed, with your tasks and your responsibilities, it's important to have these tips at your fingertips because they're going to help you. Get that? Tips at your fingertips. Anyway, so number 1, be organized. I find that writing a checklist or to-do list really helps me stay organized with my tasks and responsibilities. So I literally have to write a to-do list every single day, and I write a different one for each day. When you're writing your checklist, be sure to make sure that they're realistic. I recommend having 5 to 6, maybe 7 bullet points on your checklist or major tasks that need to get done. I feel like if you have too many things on your to-do list, it's just going to be overwhelming and you're not going to really get anything done. So make sure your to-do list is not super long. Number 2, have a routine. When you have a schedule, it not only holds you accountable for your task, you're able to allocate time blocks for when tasks need to get done. And this also helps you with organization and your time management. So for example, on my to-do list, I might say, okay, today we have homeschool with the kids, and that's on my to-do list every day. I put down on my to-do list, on my checklist, that from 9 to 12, I'm going to work with this particular child on this particular assignment. And from 12 to 2 o'clock, I'm going to be focusing on my cases and reviewing cases. And that's what I mean. So my checklist is very specific with times so that I'm holding myself accountable that during that specific time, 9 to 12, I'm specifically focusing on homeschooling at that time. And I find that it's helpful because if you're able to focus on one thing at a time, like single tasking, which I talk about on a previous episode, I feel like you're able to be a lot more productive. So having a routine is a great way to manage your time. Number 3, learn when to say no. Having boundaries and sticking to them is so important. Saying no to tasks that don't align with either your purpose, that don't make you happy, or simply waste your time. It's just so important. I tell people all the time, saying no does not make you a bad person. It makes you a good person because guess what? You are being good to yourself. So learn how to say no, create boundaries in your life, in your relationships, and you will be able to get so much more done and have so much more time to do the things that you love. Number 4, be flexible. Ladies, remember, we're moms and we wear many hats. Most of us, we're mom, we're cleaning, we're cooking, we're working, we're wife, we're sister, we're friend. It's so important that you have to be flexible, because, and I always like to say I give myself grace because we may have a plan and a schedule, but the reality is that sometimes, things change and things happen. So it's important for you to give yourself grace and create some flexibility in your life so that you're able to work things around. Like for me, I'm homeschooling now with my kids, and I'm also working from home most days. So for me, my schedule is going to change from day to day. There are some days where I actually stay up really late, like tonight I'm recording this podcast late at night. And there are some days I have to wake up earlier before the kids to get things done, or go to my office to take a meeting or whatever it is. Being flexible really helps you manage your time, because you're able to create space for yourself to accomplish more things outside of your set schedule, which in turn will help you free up time to do the things that you love, like spending time with your kids or spending time for yourself. And self is very important. And number 5, that leads me to number 5, speaking about self, ladies, remember that you are so important and that you really need to take care of yourself. Self-care is essential to time management and productivity, because if you are burnt out and you are too exhausted to do or accomplish anything, you're not going to get anything done. So you have to remember to build in time for self-care, to take care of yourself. And that looks like anything that makes you happy, right? That can be getting a massage. That can be getting your nails done. That can be getting extra rest on the weekend if you can. That might be, going for a walk, exercising, whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself, for your body, your mental health, because yes, mental health is part of self-care as well. You need to do it, because you know what? At the end of the day, ladies, if we don't take care of ourselves, we are no good to the people we love and the people we take care of. So it's important as moms that we remember to take care of ourselves. Okay. Well, you know what, ladies? That was a quick episode. I just wanted to share these tips with you, and I really hope that you enjoyed them. If you did like any of these tips, please share with your friends and other fellow moms who you feel like would benefit from the tips that I shared on this episode. And if you enjoy the podcast, please take some time to rate the podcast, leave us a nice note, and share with everyone, and subscribe if you have not. And I know I love making these podcasts. I haven't been able to do them in a while, but I'm really, really working on trying to be more consistent with sharing my tips and some of the things that have helped me balance being a mom, worker, entrepreneur, wife, and all the things. So I love sharing these with you ladies, whether it's here on the podcast or on Instagram. But I also want to hear from you if there are any things that you'd like me to talk about on the podcast. If there are any questions that you have, please reach out to me on social media at Lifelaw and Little Ones, or you can send me an email at hello@lifelawandlittleones.com. Until next week, have a wonderful week, ladies, and remember to take care of yourself, and we'll talk next time. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the podcast. I hope that you enjoyed it and found the tips helpful and valuable. If you want to stay engaged and be kept in the know every time a new episode drops, please hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified every time an episode is uploaded. If you know anyone who may benefit from this episode or any of the previous episodes, please share and tell them to join us every week. Again, thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Lifelaw and Little Ones, and also visit our website at lifelawandlittleones.com. Thank you.